So, Avengers Endgame is out, and I watched it, the day it came out, and I do have some pretty good marks for it. It was a really complex and well done movie. I definitely thought it was done really well, and it was different than just the average superhero movie. So, I'm going to be going in depth to let you guys know what I think about Endgame and what everyone else should realize that this is not just your average superhero movie. So, before any of you guys start watching this, I just want to let you know that there are tons of spoilers in this, so please do not watch it if you have not watched Endgame, or if you won't care if it's going to be spoiled, then just let's go into it. So, let's start off from the very beginning. The movie starts off right where the trailers left us off, where Jeremy Renner, aka Hawkeye, was playing with his family at their house, and he's having a great time, and all of a sudden they get dusted. So this leaves us off right after Infinity War happens. So it's literally like a continuation of Infinity War. So as I just said, his whole family gets dusted and he goes insane. He becomes this insane assassin guy that has like a samurai sword and everything. Becomes known as Ronin, as you guys have seen in the trailers, and he looks pretty insane. So skip 5 years later, as the movie does, and everyone's trying to figure out what the heck happened. Everyone's freaking out. Half the world is still trying to recover about what just happened, but there's a breakthrough. Thanos has used his stones again on a different planet, and everyone's like, what the heck? And the rest of the Avengers need to go over there and find out what the heck is happening. Around the same time, Tony Stark and Nebula are stuck on a spaceship, and Captain Marvel comes back and saves them. So already here, we already have a whole bunch of new superheroes introduced, and a whole bunch of plot holes that we saw in Infinity War were answered within the first 5 minutes of the movie. Again, this is why the movie was 3 hours long, and there was no point in which something was not important in Endgame. Everything was crucial to the plot. That's why it started right off with the dusting of Infinity War, because they wanted to get right to the point. They had to skip 5 years because they were so much stuff they couldn't include the stuff between that 5-year gap. With Captain Marvel introduced and the rest of the Avengers that are left trying to work together to figure this stuff out, we have to go get Thor. And if this was probably like one of the greatest introductions ever. Thor, I understand he's pretty sad, but the way he just let himself go is just, it's just funny, playing Fortnite and stuff. Yeah, just let's just move on. So I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like that Endgame was not like the regular superhero movie. Like what I said earlier, it's not regular. Like, it's not just like, alright, let's get a team of heroes and let's go. There are so many different plot lines and so many different ways that you can think about the movie that it's almost like you have to watch it more than once in order to fully comprehend it. So for example, like how Hulk, or Dr. Banner, or Dr. Hulk has now turned himself into one being is completely insane. Like, we didn't get any hint of this whatsoever, and now we see him as Hulk, but like intelligent. Like, that's just completely insane. And the way that like Asgard has become like a fishing city and like stuff like that, like so many different plot lines have carried on, and how like Brie Larson, aka Captain Marvel, has gotten her hair cut and stuff like that. Like, just everything is so much different. So when they go in and kill Thanos, and I'm like, alright, so what's the deal? Like, there's gonna be like a conflict going off that's like Thanos gonna have like a whole army and kill these people when they go to his garden or whatever. So they like pin him down and stuff, and he has nothing to do. He can't do anything. And I'm like, alright, so what are you gonna do? Are you just gonna like intimidate him, or like interrogate him, or what? And then Thor just cuts his head off. That's it. Like, what? And this is all within like the first half an hour of the movie, and everyone's just like, what in the world just happened? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. So yeah, it's just really weird. So they instead of trying to figure out what happened there, they go into the past using the quantum realm, which is what most people thought was going to happen. And thanks to one little mouse, that one mouse actually started this entire movie. So thank you very much, mouse, that brought Ant-Man back, because I don't know what would have happened if that mouse got dusted too. So as they all go back in time, as Iron Man comes back and with his kid, he figures out time travel. Like, imagining that, like, you're just like chilling in your house, he's like, alright, let's just run the simulation one more time, and he just like figures out time travel. Like, what? So he figures that out, and I mean that's cool and everything. And yeah, I mean, the story again is so complex. It's hard to explain in words. Like, you have to see the movie in order to believe it. And since you guys watched the movie, you guys probably understand what the heck I'm saying, because it's pretty insane. So, I mean, I just don't have any words to explain, like, the end scene, like, the battle scene. That was, like, a solid hour, and, like, the way that Captain America was able to use Mjolnir, I was blown away. That was so sick. Because, like, I knew it from the beginning. Cause I'm like, okay, Cap's gotta be worthy. Like, you saw in Age of Ultron how he budged the hammer a little bit. There's gotta be some correlation. And now we know that there 100% is. And that is totally awesome. And how it's literally the reverse of Infinity War. Like how when Tony Stark snapped and he dusted Thanos instead of dusting everyone else, Thanos got dusted and all the bad guys got dusted instead of all the good guys getting dusted. Like, what if Thanos got dusted in Infinity War? Like, how about that? But, like, anyway, all these things, like how Captain America skipped the time warp just to be with Peggy, how he got that one last dance, and how he's handing off the Captain America franchise to Sam Wilson. Everything is back, and it's better than ever. Even though that some people died, there is going to have to be some self-sacrifice, and unfortunately, or fortunately, this is probably the best way they could have done it. Thank you guys all so much for watching. It means a lot. Hopefully you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.